opportunity to make it happen, to make money, to have money freedom, time freedom, travel the world, and actually chase our goals and dreams. So I think it's very important that in this noisy atmosphere, this noisy environment, you have to differentiate yourself from the pack. You have the pack here, and you have to separate yourself from the pack. You know, what makes you different? And I think the way to find out what makes you different is by getting bold, okay? And the 4 ways to get bold and get bold right here, right now. Number 1, you gotta find a role model or a mentor, okay? If you're watching this video, what area, of business.
Woo! Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Super excited for today. Honestly, I am vibrating very high right now because of just all of the beautiful magic that is happening right now. I'm seeing individuals get funded for over 200,000 their accounts. I'm seeing withdrawals coming in. I'm seeing ka-chings are flowing on a daily basis from all different angles. So let me be the first one to go ahead and congratulate everybody. I'm so excited to see what is happening here, and I'm not surprised because we've been preparing and planting the seeds. So great morning, family. I got a phenomenal topic for everybody coming in today. We're going to be going over 5 ways to go ahead and get bold. If there's one thing I've been able to notice over the years, getting bold is a major differentiator in somebody that goes from making, say, $30,000 a year to $30,000 a month to $30,000 even in a day. This is a topic that can drastically change the game for all of us. So let's go ahead and get into it, family. Before we go ahead and dive into the topic for today, what is a little bit of gratitude? 1, 2, 3 things that everybody is grateful for coming into the day. Let me get IG locked in, and we are going live. 5 ways to get bold. I love this topic. This is such a great one. I'll never forget when I learned this one from Alex Morton. All right, IG is live. Let's go. I love it. Awesome, family. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm so thankful for God. I'm grateful to be in this position in time right now where we can go ahead and take advantage of everything that is happening right now. I'm grateful for all of the abundance. I'm grateful to be able to even move these things. I'm thankful for the morning rituals, right? It was actually really cool. Neno, over the weekend, he actually did a dream board, basically a dream board session with the team. I want to take the time to do that with everybody because I know this is such a big piece in building the vision, getting it in high definition. But even for us that have been on this journey of writing down the gratitude, really getting the feeling, what day is everybody on? We are on day 290, rolling strong. Jojo in the building. I love it. Lady Boss Nikki's on day 280. Not used to the time change. Oh, that's right. JoJo's over in Orlando. Gonna have to take a trip to see you, sis. Let's go. 10 days strong. Good stuff. All right, Dream Team, let's go ahead and dive into the topic for today. How to go ahead and get bold. 5 ways right here, right now. Okay, so the first tip to go ahead and really get yourself out there, to really start taking one step towards creating this brand of ourselves, right? We've all been learning that a brand is one of the most important things that any one of us can build, because the brand that we have is ours. It's yours, right? It's nobody else's. Nobody can take that away from us. Okay. So here we go. Here's the first topic getting into today. Number 1 is going to be, what makes you different, right? All of us have skills. All of us have talents and abilities that are going to allow us to separate from the pack, right? I ask you guys this question a lot, but I want to give it to you today, and I want to see if you know for yourself, okay? If I were to come onto your page, right, what are 3 things that I'm going to remember you by, right? Just like Apple, just like Nike, just do it. When you see the brand, you know what they stand for, and you know what it is that the vision they have carries. Well, the same thing goes for us. If somebody can come on our page and they don't know what we stand for, we're going to fall for anything. So this takes clarity. This takes thinking. This takes a little bit of deep work, right? When somebody comes on my page, they're going to understand. They're going to get a plethora of information. They're going to learn how to become an entrepreneur. They're going to learn how to go ahead and get their body right. They're going to learn about financial literacy in all different angles, okay? So what do you stand for? What is your brand, and what makes you different? This is huge. Keys I had to learn along the way. You ready? Let's go. Johnny in the building. I see you. All right. Number two. Okay. Number one is going to be what makes you different. The second key is going to be finding a couple role models. You see, when I came into this industry years ago, after doing a lot of different companies, and truth be told, I failed pretty much 29 out of 29 of them before I actually came here and planted my flag. And I realized a couple different things, right? The first thing I realized was I need to learn from those that already have the results. I was not good at speaking. I didn't know how to trade. I didn't like social media. It was a lot of negativity for me, even building an e-commerce store. All of these things to me, I didn't know how to do at the beginning. So one of the fastest things that changed my path was finding role models, finding those who already had the success, so I could stop learning from my mistakes and we could go ahead and save a lot of time learning from their mistakes. So here's what I did, right? When it came to trading, I saw people making in Forex in one day what I would go out and make in a year. So I started to find individuals that had the success that I wanted, right? I saw people online charging $1,200, $1,500, and none of them even had real results for a 5-day course. So when I saw real educators here, like, family, I don't know if you realize this, but within any platform that you look at, whether it's Forex, crypto, e-commerce, social media, anybody that's an educator, they have to have documented track record results to even be hand selected by Chris Terry. Okay. So at the end of the day, these are individuals who are our age, a good amount of them, who actually learn these skill sets, and now they're able to go ahead and pour back into us. So the fastest way that I learned to go ahead and get on the fast track to success was by studying the best, applying myself, and asking questions. And that's exactly what I did for trading. We used to plug into Mike Miles every single night religiously for over a year. Every night at midnight, we were on the calls. Every night at 2 a.m., we were on Christopher Darris calls. In the morning, we were catching the New York sessions. We became obsessed with finding role models. And I carried that into every aspect of my business, right? When it came to learning about public speaking, I found those who were great at speaking. Alex Morton, barely graduated college, almost dropped out one of the biggest party colleges in the United States at Arizona University. So I started studying those that had a similar background. Matt Rosa, he used to have a huge gap in his teeth. If you guys go on YouTube, you can go back and look at his story and see his growth along the way. But you can see the transformation as time went by. Okay. Same thing with e-commerce. I've wasted so much time over the years spending courses and looking online to learn about drop shipping. None of them really had real results that could actually teach me. A lot of it was smoke and mirrors. But you see, Chris Reef is somebody with seven deep years in the game with a lot of experiences, losses, and being able to come back from a loss. You see, that's what, when I look for a leader now, I don't just look for somebody who's successful. I look for somebody who's made success, they've lost it, and they've been able to go ahead and get it back because that person is well more equipped than somebody who's maybe gotten lucky and made it one time, right? Somebody that can get it back means they've learned the skill sets, they've learned dedication, they've learned that there's a blueprint to success, okay? So it doesn't matter what area that we want to grow in, it takes finding role models, okay? When it took looking at speakers, I took little things that I took from chairman to go ahead and learn how to speak. Same thing with trading. I started picking apart things from different traders that I liked to go ahead and start bettering and mastering the craft, right? So role models is huge when it comes to being bold because now we're learning from the best. And if we do what they do, if you spend the time, take the actions, there's no way as time catches up, we're not going to be able to achieve success as well. I truly believe success either works two ways here, okay? Either we stick the course and you become successful or we quit. There's one or the other. There's no way we can master these skills on a daily basis and not grow and not learn, okay? So 2 is role models. Here's number 3. The third key to go ahead and really getting bold, go ahead and drop a 3 down below for me if you guys are ready for the third key to go ahead and get bold, right? Your mess is your message. Bobby P definitely preached that, absolutely. Number 3 is going to be learning how to speak, okay? There's so many different role models that we can actually start learning how to speak. Now, if you're the type of person that's shy, if you're a little timid to go ahead and put a story out and speak, if you're a little timid to go ahead and put a video out where it's going to stick on there longer than 24 hours, here's what Alex Morton told me. He said that could be costing you a fortune inside of your business. And you know what the truth was? He was absolutely right. Because if you pay attention most of the time, the person at the front of the room, they make the most money. So while I was so afraid to put myself out there on social media, when I was so scared of what other people were going to say about me, as I started to put myself out there, you're going to notice that we are going to attract like-minded people from all around the world you've never even met yet, just by putting out your energy, just by putting out your story, just by not being worried about what anybody else is going to say. Okay, when you guys look at the four ways that people make money, you have four things. Okay, you have manipulation, which is people that are at the bottom just getting paid 10, 12 an hour. You have number two, which is going to be known as coordination. This is managers, right? So the first level as manipulation, we can get paid 40, 50, 60K a year. The second level is going to be coordination managers. They can get paid six figures to manage other people. The third level of people is going to be communicators, communication, right? They can get paid up to millions of dollars. If you look at actors, if you look at public speakers, get paid $100,000 for an hour to speak, right? Movie stars get paid millions of dollars. Okay, so public speaking, learning how to speak, is one of the highest paid skill sets that exists. And last but not least, the fourth level is going to be imagination, taking the time to build your own brand. Okay, here's the last piece to go ahead and really getting bold. The fourth key: find a role model. What makes you different? Finding a role model, learning how to speak, getting involved. Okay, what are some communities? What are some events that we have right there in our city that we can start tapping into to meet other people, right? I used to always be the type of person to say, nobody in my city is like-minded. Nobody in my city is ready to grow and do something different, until I started to do different things, right? In the Science of Getting Rich, Waddle Dee Waddles, he says it's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way. You see, I started being able to network at the gym and actually using my voice, not being afraid about making a new connection. I started looking at different apps that can show us events right here in our city. I'll give you guys a couple right now, okay? You guys can go right in your app store and you can look up Meetup, okay? And you guys can actually see local events that we can go ahead and tap into, right? If you go online, you go on Google, you can type in local events that are in your city. If you go on Facebook and you go and type in events, we can also see local events that we can now go ahead and network and meet new faces and new individuals to go ahead and create relationships with, right? You never know. There could be that one person that could blow up and completely change the business. But if we're sitting inside, if we're sitting behind the screen all day and not reaching out to anybody, we're never going to know what that one relationship could actually go out and do, okay? Here's the last tip, the last key to really go ahead and get bold. You ready? Number 5, just like Nike, just do it. Okay. All of us know there's things that we can be doing to get a little bit more bold today. Nikki just said she's ready to go ahead and drop her podcast and put her episodes out, right? What is that one thing that we can do this week to start getting a little bit more bold? Are you guys ready to go ahead and get your launch flyer ready to go for the week to go ahead and launch your business, right? Every month, it's powerful for every one of us to be launching our business. Okay. That's another step to get bold. Another way. What's a video, right? What is a piece of value that we can give every day to go ahead and give the newest person value that they're looking to go ahead and grab? That's what Jim Rohn says, right? We get paid for the value that we bring to the marketplace. So every day, that's what I'm thinking about. What is a piece of value? What is something I can go ahead and give out that somebody can take and implement into their life? And the only way to be able to become a person of value is we have to take time to pour into ourselves. We have to go ahead and pour into our cup so we can then go out and pour into others. So family, here's 5 ways to go out to get bold. If I were to give you guys a 1 to 10 scale right now, how bold do you believe that you've been inside of your life? Because the level of boldness that we have is going to dictate the level of income, the level of relationships, the level of freedom, the level of joy that we have inside of our lives. You know, here's a lesson I learned to go ahead and wrap everything up. Who knows what the biggest risk in life is? This is going to teach you how important it is to be bold. Who knows what the biggest risk in life is? Not taking a risk. It's one of the riskiest things that any of us could ever do. So I learned that years ago from Alex Morton. Once again, this training is brought not just from me. This is from the GOATs. This is from the 1%ers. This is from Alex Morton himself, somebody who wasn't great at speaking, wasn't the boldest person, but he understood that we have to do different things to go ahead and get new results. So family, if you got any value from today, if you guys are ready to go out and be bold, drop some fives down below, smash that like button. If you guys are ready to go ahead and take action for the month of May of manifestations, it is going to take becoming bold. And I'm right there with you, family, every step of the way. And let's make sure if you guys are really serious about really turning dreams into reality, every day there's a reason why we're dropping our core 4 inside of the chat. Were we a product of the product? Were we actually personally developing ourselves? Did we actually put something out on social media, right? All 4 of these things are so crucial when it comes to growth in all different areas. So this is why I'm even leading by example. I see a couple of you leaders doing it as well, but this is not just for me. This is for yourself. This is to go ahead and hold yourselves accountable. So that being said, family, I love you guys. Let's go out and have an abundant week. Let's go ahead and crush the rest of this. More ka-chings, more blessings, more abundance is flowing in. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. I love you, family. Let's